Hey guys, welcome back to the Kool-Aid Podcast. Welcome back to another video. On today's video, guys, I'm going to be talking about Marcus Rashford because Barcelona, even though they're going after Nico Williams, they still have Marcus Rashford on their radar. We're going to be talking about the latest in regards to transfer updates, and as well, I'm going to be talking about some potential transfer moves in which Barcelona, they're going to be potentially gaining some revenue, some cash flow, even though they're not at Barcelona. But guys, before I get started on the video, make sure to follow me on all of my social media platforms. Everything's posted down below in the description. Go over there and check me out. That way you guys can stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel. And as well, the link to become a member is also posted down below. But guys, as always, let's get started with the video. All right, guys, let's get started with the video and let's talk about Marcus Rashford because Barcelona, even though they're going crazy after Nico Williams, even though they want to make that the priority signing, they have not forgotten about Marcus Rashford and they still have him on the radar. Now, just because Barcelona are going to be going after Nico Williams does not mean that we aren't going to be going out for other options in that front line. Barcelona, they want to sign multiple forwards in that front line, and I think that's fantastic. I think what we did lack last season was a lack of natural wingers depth in that area, and I do like that Nico Williams, that transfer business is standalone. That's a priority. That's going to be a starter. But Marcus Rashford, him coming into Barcelona, he would be a squad player and a player who can add value and a player who can give something unique to the team. And so Catalunya Radio, they've reported that his camp have confirmed talks with Barcelona in these past couple of days. And the arrival of Nico Williams does not mean that Marcus Rashford will not be coming to the club. And Marcus Rashford, he is absolutely very keen on joining Barcelona. He's right now training in Spain, actually, in Marbella, and getting ready for the next season. Man United, they're still holding out for 40 million euros in a permanent transfer fee. That's not going to happen. Barcelona, they want to have a loan deal as a possibility. They would want that deal to be structured that way. But we're going to have to see how these next upcoming weeks go. Barcelona, they're going to be very patient. They're going to try to put pressure on Man United. So that way, once you're reaching sort of the end of the transfer window and nothing has happened in regards to Marcus Rashford, then the potential of a loan move could be possible. But Marcus Rashford, he also he also spoke. Apologies for that. He spoke to the media and he gave some quotes, which were very interesting. He talked about Lamine Yamal, and he was asked about him, and he says, "Of course, I'd love to play with Lamine Yamal. Everyone wants to play with the best. Hopefully, we'll see." He continues on and he says, "It's difficult to put into words what he's doing. He's playing at 16 at the highest level. It's not normal. It's not normal to be able to do what he's doing. He's going to keep improving, and in 3 years' time, we don't know what we're going to say about him." And that is what's so scary. Lamine Yamal's talent is absolutely frightening. A player of this quality, so young. Imagine in a couple of years what he can do. Imagine the silverware that he's going to win, the memories and the history that he's going to create at this club. And that's why we are so excited about the future. Marcus Rashford, he continues talking about Lamine. He talks about his Ballon d'Or chances. He says, "It depends on how they look at it. I think if you just look at the footballing ability, he has to win. But if you look at the Champions League, Dembélé has to win. It depends how you see it. I wouldn't be disappointed whichever one among them wins." And I'm in agreement. If you want to just go solely based on the Champions League, Dembélé has a solid case. I don't think that he was the best player in the Champions League. I think if you're talking about that competition, I think you're looking at Rafinha. I think he was by far the best player in the Champions League. Most goals, more assists. It's just unfortunate that we weren't able to win that trophy. But throughout the entirety of the season, Lamine Yamal, he has a shout. Dembélé absolutely fantastic in the second half of the season, and he is up there in the conversations on the Ballon d'Or favorite. But Marcus Rashford only having good things to say about Lamine Yamal, and who knows, maybe they'll become teammates in the future. Let's hope. And you guys know my thoughts on Marcus Rashford. I think he's a player who is talented. A player who hasn't been able to fulfill his potential, reaching right now his peak years in his career, but could be a valuable option to Barcelona off the bench. A player who can, add something unique. and wouldn't be, causing too much of a fuss. But guys, let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. How you are excited and how optimistic are you guys on this deal happening? I want to hear everything down below. But now I want to be moving on to a player that I haven't talked about on the channel in, I would say, years, and that is Ferran Jugtlà, because Ferran Jugtlà, he was part, of Barcelona squad. I would say 2021, 2022. You remember, I think it was under Ronald Koeman and Xavi, his first year and everything. That's when Barcelona, we were really struggling. And he left to Club Brugge. And right now, reports are saying that he is expected to move to Celta from Club Brugge. And so he's going to be returning to Spain. And the transfer fee that is being reported is roughly 7 million euros. Barcelona, they sold him for 5. And they have reserved a 10% future sell-on clause, meaning that if that sale does happen, if he does move to Spain, Barcelona would be receiving 200,000 euros for the transfer, and that would be absolutely fantastic. As Barcelona, they would be receiving some revenue, and I want this to happen. I want all these players who have those sell-on clauses, those clauses in their contract to be activated. That way Barcelona, they are able to receive some revenue. And the same could be said about Mika Marmol. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but Barcelona, they also have a sell-on clause on him as well. Espanyol, they are interested in him. Right now, he's playing at Las Palmas. He is not looking to renew. And Las Palmas, they are fixed on the 10 million euro price. And should Espanyol activate that clause, that would be meaning that Barcelona, they would be receiving 5 million euros from that deal. Roma and Como, they are also two teams that are interested in the services of Mika Marmol. And, hey, let a bidding war happen. Whoever wants to, acquire his services, go for it. Spend 15 million. I'm all for it. Meaning Barcelona, they would basically be receiving half of any transfer fee. And that'd be absolutely fantastic, because that makes our job so much more easier in the summer transfer window in acquiring players such as Nico Williams. But let's see if those deals happen to go through, meaning Barcelona, they generate some revenue, and we basically have some nice income without doing anything. But guys, that was it for the Barcelona news of the day. Definitely let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. What do you guys make of everything I discussed in today's video? And as always, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out, guys. Wow.